Hi folks. I don't really have anything to say. I just thought I'd do a video while I was dressed a little better than I usually am. Went to our one of our observations today because that's what we do now. Twice a week we go to ESL classes, either in town at the college or out of town. So I'll be going to a couple of classes in Kitchener at a St. Louis. What are you doing on the table? Adult education class. Today I went to an English as a second language beginner class at the college. And the past few weeks we've been going, a partner from class and I, to a class here in Cambridge for new immigrants to the country at different levels. So beginner, I think it was linked to, I'm not quite sure what that means, but past beginner, but not intermediate or anything. These people today were pretty much beginner students. And they were all student age, mostly. Student age, what's that? I am at student age, yeah. Because people are in their 40s, people in their 50s. The students today in the beginner class were mainly young Chinese, a few Colombian. The Colombians are usually older and are taking the class purely to better their English, whereas the students are taking this to advance and become more proficient in English for their classes. So their education is progressing and they're taking English classes, whereas the older students are merely taking English to improve their English. I hope that's clear. Yeah, so that was what I was doing today in terms of this morning. Got up early, went to that, got dressed up. Usually I have a chance when we're here in town to come home and then continue on to school. Our classes for this ESL course are 3 hours every afternoon. The observations are always in the mornings. And this observation today was right, butted up, went from it to our class. So I didn't even have time to eat lunch or get a coffee, which I really noticed. Once again, I am dependent on coffee for my alertness because I'm not without it. I mean, I did have a coffee this morning before I started out, so that was good. I was, there for my observations. But then when I couldn't get another coffee, but after lunch, I gobbled it, between one room and the other. And so I couldn't get a coffee before class. And that was noticeable to me. Not that I wasn't alert, but I found I noticed that I was irritated by people. Every class has, of course, not every class, but usually in life, you go to something new and you find someone you don't like. I like everyone in my class, but some people are a little harder to take on a bad day than others. Hi, Dan. What's up? So, this one person, her enthusiasm is hard to take sometimes. Get your nails off the chair. I really like my chair and I don't want your nails in my chair. Yeah, so when she gushes, this is fascinating, this is really important, this really pumps me up, it's sometimes when I haven't had a coffee, and even when I have, a little hard to take. I hope people don't find me that way. What are you doing? Look at where she is. She's sitting on the back of a very narrow chair. Goofy. Anyway, yeah, so I hope people don't find me like that at times. I don't think I'm like that. I try not to be like that. Of course, that's why I don't like her, because that's not my style of being. Anyway, yeah, so that was my day. Kind of, busy. And, at times overwhelming, because we're constantly learning, and we're learning things we don't know anything about. And I don't know. I mean, when did I ever learn things that I knew something about? This is all so new. I never was overwhelmed in my education before. So, I guess now there is a necessity for the end product. So I have to have a successful end product. I have to get this certificate at the end. And then I have to get a job. And that's what's... So I'm still, I guess, at that stage where, oh my God, I've lost my job, and what am I going to do? Who's going to pay the bills? What's going to happen? Yeah. So I'm still at that stage. It's a very long stage. And I suppose I'm not going to be out of it until I have a job. And, that first paycheck is winging its way to my bank account. I think this anxiety means I have to have a coffee, because that's what I use to calm myself down. Isn't that weird? Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, I'm just weird, and that was my day, and see you next time, folks. Bye.